We don't set the time sets itself. This is not something that we decided, hey, we're going to cook it in 90 seconds. That's just how long it actually takes to cook the pizzas.
I'm from the East Coast originally, so it took me back to home and made me feel like I got a little bit of the East Coast, New York, New Jersey feel here in Houston, so I loved it.
And I think about us sitting at the kitchen just literally talking about how we thought the pizza was good, and now I won't forget that conversation. My dad was like, I'm gonna quit my job. We're just sitting at the dinner table, and he's like, I think I'm gonna quit my job. And I'm like, okay.
Well, I was going through a little changing of life through corporate, and I was getting tired of doing the corporate gig, and I decided, well, how cool would it be to bring pizza back old school and do it the way they did it 100 years ago. And so that's kind of how they came up with the concept of it.
So we started with the Neapolitan pizza first. It had just kind of started to make its way to the United States. It was very unheard of. There were very minimal places around the United States making Neapolitan pizza. And we kind of brought that here to Houston, and we had to educate people. It's been a crazy journey to teach people about Neapolitan pizza and just pizza in general.
All right, so just shadow my hand the whole time.
We have our pizza making class, which is standard kind of learning how to open the pizza and top it and make it. We also have a dough making class, so you get to learn how to make the dough from the very beginning process with the flour, the salt, yeast, and the water. And then we just introduced our oven training class, so you get to learn how to cook on the wood fire oven.
So I thought it'd be a really good date for both of us. First time making pizzas, so it's been a blast. Getting a chance to learn how to make pizzas.
We have Neapolitan pizza, which cooks in our wood fire burning ovens for 90 seconds. It's super thin, very light, slightly soft. We then added our Detroit pizza, which is completely different. It's about a ½ inch thick with a cheddar cheese crust made in a blue steel pan from Detroit, Michigan. It's much thicker, it's a little bit heartier, it can hold more toppings. The sauce is on top versus underneath, and then we introduced our New York style, which is more of the traditional American style pizza. It's a little bit crispier, cooks a little bit longer, you get a nice kind of golden brown crust, a little bit thicker on the edge, but still thin. So all three are very different in their own aspects, and each one of them is offered in its own specific size. I think we're kind of like in the heart of it, you know. We were originally off of Memorial, and it was, you know, Memorial's a huge artery, and for this to have gone as far as it has, and for us to do what we do, is a very strange feeling to look back at it all and say, wow, this really happened.
It's really a unique feeling to take a concept from infancy all the way through mature state and grow the business like we have. We've been very lucky.